What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Easy back with a brand new video, guys. And in today's vid, I want to talk about these Air Jordan 4 Black Cats that are releasing for Black Friday. Now, I spoke a little bit about this shoe in some of my most anticipated shoes of the year video. Go check it out if you missed it. But I want to talk more about these shoes specifically because this is a pair of sneakers that changed the sneaker game like 5 years ago. The one of the main sneakers that made reselling shoes become more mainstream, just everything. And this sneaker is finally releasing again. This was the shoe that started the Air Jordan 4 craze, where Air Jordan 4s became the most popular shoe. It all started with this sneaker right here. Not the Breads, not the white cements, not saying those weren't popular sneakers, because those are popular colorways, but as far as every Jordan 4, it was this sneaker right here that started that crazy trend. So I want to talk a little bit more about this sneaker and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it, and if I think that the shoe is going to do what it did 5 years ago. It made me start a new cycle again. Now, I just left the gym. I want to go and knock out this video really quick, and yeah, I got a busy day today, guys. So let's talk about these 4s, right? The Air Jordan 4 Black Cats are releasing Black Friday this year. Now, we got some more images of this shoe I want to show you guys up here. And looking at these sneakers, y'all, there's some people who actually don't like this new version of it, and to me it's kind of surprising. I really do think that people are just used to seeing one thing, and now they see it and it's kind of different. They don't know if they like it or not. One thing I noticed is that the tongue on the 2020 pair is more exposed, but don't let that fool you. That's not how the OGs were. The OGs were more like this, where it's more inside the shoe. Now, obviously, when you pull the tongue out, it's going to stand up more, but that's how the OGs were. Now, me personally, I like the shape better on the new version than the previous version. The shape has a more of a sleek, uniform look to me than the 2020 pair. I like this pair. It's nice. Matter of fact, this pair just kind of reminds me of this pair actually kind of reminds me of a certain shoe I'm about to show you right now. So the old 2020 pair is more like this sneaker right here. This is the Air Jordan 4 Thunders. Now, this is the most recent retro of this sneaker. I think this came out in 2022 or 23. I forgot. I did a review. It's crazy. But it's more close to this shape. Now, looking at this sneaker right here, man, there's nothing to me. I mean, these are fire, bro. Like, I don't have no issue with this shoe, honestly, at all. I mean, like, the shape never bugged me at all. I mean, the thing is, people who were around, when back in '89 when, fours started coming out, they probably know more about this shape better than I do. So they probably nitpick more than me. But, for someone that's not from that era, and I just look at this shoe right here, it doesn't bother me at all, Now, if we look over here, we got the most recent release of the Air Jordan 4 White Cement. And you can take, bro, it's so crazy how you look at these two shoes and you see a big difference. This one right here has more of like a sleeker look going down towards the toe. And it kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like it's just more constructed. It's more like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that right there is just sleeker. It comes down sleeker. It comes across like it's a little bit more tinier, but it's really not. It's just more sleeker. It's like it's not as long. And you take this pair right here, the toe comes down longer. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like as if they push that back a little bit, So, but I am used to this shape right here because a lot of Jordan 4s released like this. I'm not quite used to this shape right here, but I still like this shape. It looks dope. It definitely looks different. So I can see how some people who are used to seeing, this type of shape, and then they get this right here, I can see how that can kind of throw them off a little bit, because it is pretty different, y'all. It's pretty dang different. But me personally, I actually like the shape, the new shape. I like it. So, and this is how the OGs were, but maybe that's not always the best thing. So let me know, guys, do you like this shape better? Or do you like the new shape better? But regardless, guys, one of the things is, okay, this sneaker, made Jordan 4s become the most popular shoe. Now, Jordan 4s to me are on the trend of being replaced by another sneaker. And will the Jordan 4 Black Cat keep the Jordan 4, hype going up still? I don't know. And I don't even know if the Jordan 4 Black Cats are going to do what it did in 2020, because we live in a time where, like, I don't honestly, and like, I can attest this my damn self. Like, sneakers are even more expensive, and I don't think that people's priorities is in sneakers like anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm not quite sure if these shoes are going to really do as good as they did back in the day. And even back in the day when the shoe came out, this sneaker was actually low-key sitting, actually. Like, it was actually sitting. Like, they were calling these shoes like the first day back at school shoes are. You buy the McDonald's 4s, you know what I mean? You go to work, you know what I mean? You put these shoes on, and hey, you got your all-black shoes from McDonald's, you know what I mean? But no, they were actually sitting. They eventually sold out, but they were sitting, though, you know what I mean? But then this slowly just started going up. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? So if the shoe was going to sit 2020, right? I think the shoe might. I don't know, man. It's interesting because the shoe could potentially sit again. You know what I mean? So if the shoe sits, we're definitely in a new time. I mean, we are in a new time, but this is just to show you guys that people when it comes to sneakers, right? I think that people are really being choosy with how they spend the money. Also, there's some people who probably already got the 2020 pair. They still rock it. Another thing that's different too is that the 2025 pair, instead of having the Jumpman on the back, it has a Nike Air on the back. And I don't know if people don't like that, but originally this shoe came out with the Jordan on the back, you know what I mean? Not the Nike Air. So, that's something different. So I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't care. I think it's cool. There are rumors of them being like a Black Cat SB. So we get in the SB shape with these sneakers right here. So do I see it as, okay, that's cool. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, man. Honestly, guys, these shoes are dope. I would still cop these sneakers. I would still cop these shoes. This is actually one of the hardest shoes for me to predict this year if I think it's gonna sell out or not, because I think that these would sell out based on history, but then you would think that these would sell out based on history. And granted, these did sell out, but they did not sell out like how I thought they would. Now, granted, these did release early a lot, but still, it's the white cement 4s. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be very interesting, y'all. So are y'all looking forward to copping the Air Jordan 4 Black Cats, man? Let me know down below, guys, and let me know, how do you feel? Do you think that this sneaker has the potential to keep the Jordan 4 on top still, or do you think that because of the times we're in right now, these definitely could sit? I can see them sitting, but then it's hard for me to determine, honestly, because again, it's a tricky shoe, y'all. So hope y'all enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. Follow me on Instagram at 2EasyOfficial. On 2EasyOfficial, you see more of like what I do outside of YouTube, like more lifestyle content, everything like that. It's my main hub. Now, for more sneaker content, make sure you go check out 2Easy Kicks. Also, as well, you want to find more content for sneakers that's not on YouTube. So guys, thank you for tuning in, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.